Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from
Eddie Ray Kahn.
an inmate at Rivers Correctional Institute. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using GTL.
Eddie.
Hey, hello. How you doing, Rudy?
Hey, we're doing good. It's always good to hear your voice. I hope you're doing as well as can be expected, being that you're innocent and in prison.
Yeah.
My goodness.
True. And yeah, it's not doing too bad right now, even though we're locked in all the time. Because they say it's because of the COVID thing.
Right.
And we just really don't hardly get any sun. I got an hour worth of sun today, and I'm just so happy because probably we might get another hour on Wednesday, but that would be it.
Wow.
If that's assuming that the weather's nice and that they have enough staff, to let us go out and things like that. There's several contingencies, but it's possible that we can get 2 hours this week, outside.
Wow. That's just you say it as if you're grateful, and when I hear that, I'm like almost horrified. Only 2 hours a week. It seems like such a small number, but I know you got to be glad for the 2 hours that you get as opposed to nothing, right? So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you don't get any, which we had for months. When the COVID thing was really going up between February, March, April, May, June, in that time, we didn't get out.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. It's just, but they're relaxing it a little bit. I don't really know why, because they're still, according to one of the things that the lawyers pulled up on the BOP website, Rivers has reported to the BOP that they've had 20 COVID, infections. I think there was 7 inmates and 13 staff, that had it. That was like through June or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
It seems like Eddie, to me, that you would be a perfect candidate for compassionate release. Have you considered that, or is that something that's even been discussed?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're doing it right now. Cookie contacted the Federal Public Defender's Office because we found out that there was a guy here that went home, and I got the guy's the federal public defender that got him out, and Cookie called her. It was a lady. And she said, well, I can't help you because I just work on Superior Court, which is the municipal court in D.C. She said, I just work with those inmates. She said, but I'll give you the name of a federal public defender. It's a friend of mine. And so she did, and Cookie called her. And so then from there, she's put us in touch with the kind of like her supervisor.
Yep.
And her supervisor is a really nice guy. And said, well, we've got some lawyers that want to do some pro bono work on this. He said, so what I'll do is, he says, I'll just assign one of them to you. And so that's what they did. And so Cookie's working with this guy right now. And he seems very nice, and he seems like he actually wants to do something. I'm not used to lawyers really trying to really do something.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, I don't have a high opinion of the lawyers that I have had experience with, but I pray that you get a good one. I pray that he is a good one in your behalf. But
well, I will tell you what, he communicates with Cookie quickly. It's usually by email or text or something, but he communicates with her quickly and like almost daily sometimes. Which
wow,
is just amazing.
Wow.
I know, and this is pro bono,
Wow, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but what I did, and this is what the guy suggested, was that I do a sample letter because I can list the reasons why I should go, and I sent it to Cookie, and she'll probably be getting it sometime this week, and so when she gets it, she's going to be probably emailing you, a copy of it,
Oh, sure.
so that if you guys would like to put in a letter for me, that would be
Oh, you bet
perfect.
we will. You bet. You bet.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sure she'll probably getting that out to you as soon as she gets it. And
Yeah.
so you can use all of it, part of it, whatever you want. The guy said basically it's the number of people that want to do it is kind of what the judge looks at. Not necessarily so much what you're saying in it, because most people they are using a sample letter.
Yeah.
Part
Yeah.
of a sample letter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the judge is understanding of that.
A lot of times when I do this for other prisoners, Eddie, they just tell me to keep it short and sweet and just to the point, and that's what I try to do. But Erin, she just walked in and she wanted to say hi.
Hi. Hey,
Hi, Aaron.
what was the name
How
of?
are you?
I'm good, thanks. What was the name of that cosmetic company that Cookie does?
It's let's see, what is the name of it? Geez.
Is it
Now that you
Aladida?
asked me, I can't. My mind's a blank on it.
No, it's in the It's in text message.
Yeah.
Text message.
My wife's trying to look it up. But anyway, we didn't mean to interrupt you. I hope it's always good to hear
I
you.
sent her a text message and she didn't reply, and I wondered maybe if I had the wrong number for her.
We may not have her up-to-date phone number. We got her email though.
I know, but if I say the name, you might remember it. I think it was
Yeah, go ahead.
Alidadi, or
No.
no. Okay, well,
That's not it.
I was wrong.
Well, I was just telling Rudy that Cookie will probably be contacting you on this week because I sent a sample letter for the Compassion and Beliefs to her, and she's going to share it with a number of people that she thinks might want to write a letter on my behalf. So
Yeah.
kind of give you some ideas.
Well, we'll not only do it, Aaron and I, but we'll announce it on our Saturday call. And
I'm sure there's lots.
yeah, and there's lots of people. I mean, I just looked up your arrest date, Eddie, and it's like 14 years. My goodness. And, your co-defendants, I think, spent 3 years, 14 years, and you just should be out of there already. My goodness, enough is enough,
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They don't like me.
Right.
The
Yeah.
judge had to lie and cheat,
Is he not
in
coming
order
out?
to get me in here with 20 years, which is the maximum on one count. He had to lie and say that there was a $42 million fraud, that I had defrauded the government out of $42 million. However, he said I didn't have to pay it back. Now, that's pretty strange.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But the $42 million gave him 22 more points because I only had 7, and that boosted it up to 29, so that way he could give me the maximum sentence. That was, otherwise he could only give me like 7 years.
That's the way
they are.
Yeah, that's the way they are, and it's just not you. I mean, it's horrific that it's happened to you, a single person, that it's even happened to you. But we know that it happens time and time again all across this country, and that they do horrifically unjust things to a lot of people. So.
Yes, sir. You're exactly right. Well, how are you guys doing? I just called. I had a few minutes extra, and this is my. They give you so many minutes per month.
Yep.
And this is the last day of the month, and I had some extra minutes. I said I'm going to call him.
We have
check in on you. So how are y'all doing?
We have no complaints other than we can't visit our mom in a nursing home.
Yeah, this COVID thing has got everybody crazy, with the visiting, and
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's really sad about it is the only thing that really protects you is what God gave you, and that's your immune system.
Right.
If you just get your immune system strong.
Yep. We have some oregano around here that we eat from time to time, and we live on some tangy tangerine that's made by Dr. Wallach, which gives us all the minerals we need. And we try to eat right, pay the farmer or pay the doctor. And so we try to pay the farmer a little bit more to eat good food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah. In fact, I was reading, a Cookie had sent me something from someone that was talking about the mask. They always say, wear your mask. And this guy was saying, well, the mask problem is when you breathe out into the mask, he says that the carbon dioxide doesn't have a chance to disperse before you're breathing back in.
Right, right.
So you're breathing back in what you're supposed to be expelling, and he says it lowers you by 2 points. I don't know all this stuff, he just by 2 points. In other words, you're not getting the oxygen you need because you just breathe back in part of the carbon dioxide you're trying to expel. And he said it's really not healthy at all.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that statement that it's not healthy at all. It really prevents you from breathing the fresh air that God made. And when I see it on these little children and the mothers forcing the little children to wear it, the whole thing all across the world seems to be some sort of, psychological operation warfare to get us to comply with these crazy orders. And I don't think it's healthy at all. I think it's very unhealthy, actually. So.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Rudy. Yeah. It really is. But anyway.
Have you ever heard of a man by the name of Ken Massat, Navy fighter pilot in Vietnam? I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He had a prison ministry in Texas.
Ken what?
Massat, M-A-S-A-T, Ken Massat and his wife Margot.
No.
Okay.
No.
I just thought you might have heard of them. They possibly went to maybe some of the seminars that you might have been giving, but they're a real sweet Christian couple, and we'll ask them if they care to write a letter too, and I'm sure there's some other people as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. But anyway, things are okay. On my end, I got a few physical ailments, but hey, I'm 77, right?
Yeah. I was going to bring that up, but I didn't know if it was like appropriate or the proper etiquette. But it's like 77 years old. You spent 14 years in prison. I think if anybody is a candidate for compassionate release, it is you, Eddie. And I pray that this lawyer that you have absolutely bears fruit. And we'll do whatever we can to get some letters in there. But my goodness, it's time for you to get out of there and spend the rest of your days with your wife that loves you. You're so blessed with a good wife. So many times unfortunately, we see families break up. But for Cookie to stick by you all of this time, you're just so blessed with that. And I know you recognize that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. But it'll be a wonderful day when we hear that you're out of there.
Yeah, it will be.
I hope somebody gets it on film or camera so we can capture the moment and celebrate it. We're going to celebrate no matter what, but I can't imagine what it must feel like after all this time to finally walk out of there. And I know that day is coming. God has a plan for you. So we lift you up in prayer all the time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I know in God's time, that's when I'll be out.
Yeah.
So I firmly believe that.
Amen.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys, for everything you've done, and we'll just keep on praying, right?
Amen, Eddie. We ain't giving up no matter what. Faithful to Jesus, even unto death, and we love you, and we love Cookie. You're such an inspiration to so many. Even if you don't know it, I know that you have inspired many, and God is using your life as a testimony. So please know there are people who care, and there are people who see through all of the lies that Satan has spun, and we're looking forward to hearing the news that you have finally gotten out of there. And I pray this lawyer is given favor by God, and that he does what needs to be done to get you out. So.
Well, thank you so much. Okay.
Okay.
I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.
Okay. God bless you, Eddie.
God bless you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now, Aaron. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for using GTL.
All right. Eddie is 77 years old. He spent 14 years in prison, and his co-defendant, Wesley Snipes, only spent 3 years in prison. I think he got out early on good behavior. So maybe Eddie is suffering from some of that white privilege,
Yeah.
That 14-year white privilege. So, okay, well, y'all take care, and please keep Eddie in your prayers. If you want to write him a letter, he's on the front page of yearofjubilee.com. Jubilee is spelled with one E, just like it's spelled in the King James Bible.